Okay, so something that we will always do after test is look at common mistakes and hopefully learn from them. And you got a chance to get back up to 10% for recreating each of these problems. Okay, this video is going to focus on problem number 7 from the test, which will one of our learning targets. This entire unit has been writing and then evaluating expressions. So the starting hourly wages for a machinery mechanic is $22 per hour of regular time and 1.5 times $22 per hour of overtime. Write and simplify expressions that determine the weekly pre-tax pay for a machinery mechanic if R represents regular time and if T represents overtime. So that expression, we don't know how many hours for sure of regular time a person might have. Typically it's 40, but not all the time. You run out of sick days or something. But we know every 22 hours, every $22 will come in every hour. So 22 times R. We don't know R, but we know whatever the regular time is, we'll multiply it by 20. And then the overtime, it very clearly says 1.5 times $22 per hour. 1.5 times 22. And now we don't know the amount of overtime for sure. So that is times T. Oh, we can simplify that a little bit. We can rewrite it as 22 times R, or 22R, and then 1.5 times 22. If you grab your calculator, that comes out to 33. The mental math's not crazy hard there. Half of 22 is 11. 22 plus 11 is 33 times T, and it's implied you're multiplying by T. So those are the two main ways we could write that expression. Using the simplified expression, we can answer the last part of the question. What is the weekly pay for the machinery mechanic if they work 40 hours of regular time and 3 hours of overtime? So instead of R, we're going to put the number of hours we now know they work, 22 times 40. And instead of T for overtime, we're going to put the number of hours of overtime they worked. So the T, instead of T, we're not going to write T there. That's actually really cool that I wrote it because that reinforces. We want to put the T value there. Well, the T value is 3 hours of overtime. And now it's mental math or calculator time. 22 times 40 is 880. 33 times 3 is 99. And then I still need to add that up to get the total. And I really badly want a calculator there. If you want to use a calculator and type that whole thing in, especially if you have a TI-84, that is strongly encouraged. You add that up. We're talking about $979. Hope this was helpful. Please recreate the problem. Write down somebody is earning blank dollars per hour for regular time and 1.5 times blank dollars per hour for overtime. And then rewrite the expression. You can still use R for regular, T for overtime. And then crunch it for a certain amount of regular time and a certain amount of overtime. Please do that, turn it in, and your test grade could go up by as much as 10%, depending on how poorly or how well you scored.